We're back in Blossom. Hope you're having a great day. We're going to start things off by getting myself a refinery. I've got the copper wire and the aluminum alloy I require to have my T1 refinery. This processes ores into ingots used for crafting blueprints, only compatible with easy to break ores because some ores are not that easy to break. We're going to have this placed, I guess over here for now is probably an okay spot. I think the ores pop out on... I don't remember what side they pop. I want to say they pop out on this side. So I'm going to place this like here, I guess. And then we'll place this plug. You know what? Let's get a different plug. Let's get a different plug. We'll use this plug for it. I don't know why. The forward-facing one, I think I want for anything that gets put after this. So how this works, pretty simple. You put something in it. You put 2 orders in it, and it creates the ingots from it. So I'll just go ahead and place this here. It's another aluminum alloy. And so let me just go over really quick into the printer, and I want to see what it's going to take to make my Wagon Tier 2. Wagon Tier 2 is aluminum ingots. Okay. So we need the aluminum ores. So 1, 2, and these are not really organized yet because I just have a lot of storages. I have made, as you can see, extra storages over there, and I plan to make more, but I just, I haven't gotten around to it. I don't have the resources yet. That's a lie. I do have the resources. They're right here. It takes the composite metal, but it's fine. I got enough as it is. So we can simply place 1 here. It doesn't matter which slot as long as you place 2 of them. And then it will, of course, take power and do that. And if you place 4 on there, then it'll just make 2. It'll just make 1 back to back. But it's going to go ahead and take that ore. And look how, like, over time it disappears into those holes. Love it. And then it comes out this side. It's actually pretty cool. Like... You can see how the ore gets gradually smaller and smaller as it's sort of grinding them and compacting them together into a big old block. And that's how I get my ingots, yeah? So if I want iron ingots for some reason, right? So I can make, because I know I'm going to need these eventually too. So we'll get a couple of those made as well. Let's go ahead and get 1 more. Do I not have any more? I don't have any more iron. I will eventually get a better organization system for this, but for now, this is fine. Oh, I don't need any more iron. Yeah, I have 2 of them already. It's fine. So right there is the iron ore. So now I've got some iron ingots. Maybe we'll place the ingots. I don't know. The iron ingot can be right there, I guess. Okay, so I want Wagon Tier 2. It requires also to have some silver wire. Silver wire is just made using the ore straight up. So we're just going to grab, let's say, I don't know. Let's grab all my silver ore. I'll make as many wagons as I can, I suppose. Yeah, it's probably a good call. Make as many as possible. So we'll start by making 3 if I grab the right number, which I did. There we go. So 3 sets of silver wire, just like that. I'm going to want some more batteries as well. I thought I had another power module, but it doesn't look as though I do. And just as a recap to myself, power cells, it's sulfur and copper. Yeah, I don't have one. So sulfur and copper I need. So we'll grab this. And I don't see any additional copper because I made wire out of all of it. Yeah, so I'm going to... Oh, there we go. So we have 1 more right here. There we go. Let's grab that. Okay, so we can make 1 power cell as well, which is great. It's going to give us an extra battery for our rovers and stuff. So what I'm going to do is let's tear down... they have tier 2 storage modules as well, so I won't need this. This whole thing can go, honestly. Yeah, this whole thing can go. So we'll just disconnect and we'll just assemble, break it all down. There we go. Grab the wire. And now we can go over and make Wagon Tier 2. Yes, definitely. So twice the size, twice the fun. I forget which side is forward. That side. So right here is facing the rest of my wagons forward. Sweet, right? And then we can put the storage modules on there. But there's also a tier 2 storage module, which I'm not sure I have access to yet. Well, I might have it. I just haven't gotten the blueprints out of here yet. Yes, I can create this. And there's the tier 2 storage module right there, as well as tier 3 storage blueprint as well, and I missed that. So let's put these things back here really quick because I'm going to need these things. And then we're just going to go ahead and grab the blueprints like so. There we go. Now, in the end of the last video, I did say that the laser's job is done. or the drill's job is done. That is not actually the case, because we can continue getting additional, go through additional stages of pressure here, and we can continue to get this stuff by working up there. But now we want to focus on trying to upgrade temperature now, to raise the temperature from its freezing state. And then we can work on soil and then oxygen and life support and all that stuff. But we can still raise this up, and this gives us access to solar panels. Kind of an important step towards not having to go out and grab regolith anymore. So there is merit to plugging this in. The reason why it isn't plugged in, though, is that this is actually not enough power to power everything. The tier 2 laser, or the tier 2 drill, is kind of power hungry, and it isn't enough. So I'm going to need 2 of these if I want this to constantly run, because it was draining those batteries. And the last thing you want is to come back to your base and realize that your entire base is drained of all of its power. You definitely don't want that. So there we go. So take a look at this. Now we have access to storage 3, which requires the iron ingots. There it is. I love it. I love it when the plan works out, yeah? Just grab this iron ingot, and honestly, I think I'll probably just tear these down. Why don't I just tear these down? I don't need them anymore. We're gonna go tier 3 here instead. Yeah. So let's go ahead and deconstruct this. We can get the composite back for that. And then same thing here. We'll switch to build modes. Let's go ahead and tear this down. There we go. And now we'll just build the tier 3 one instead. So this one is about the same size, except it has 2 sides. So it's essentially the same as what I just had, but now I'm going to have both sides accessible right away. And I kind of like that. So there we go. It's not perfectly lined up, but, you know, if it bothers you, then, I don't know, go touch grass or something. Whatever makes you feel better about it. I'm not moving it from there. That's close enough. And then we'll place this right here. There we go. So much more storage. One could even say that perhaps we could tear this stuff down. I don't think I gain anything by doing that, though. Yeah, leaving these storages up is fine. I don't gain anything because they're already back to back and looking pretty good. So I don't even take up less space. It's identical. It's just 1 unit instead of 2. So I probably didn't need to bother with tearing the other one down, but it's okay. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want the tier 2 storage module. Yes, and that is going to go on the new guy right here. So this is going to store a whole bunch of stuff for me. There we go. Wonderful. And then I just did something. Did I just drop something or pick something up? I don't know what I did. What do I need for this now? I need aluminum alloy, which I no longer have. This is the ingot. The aluminum alloy, I believe, requires me to grab aluminum and what was the other resource that goes into it? Is it iron? I think it's iron. Yeah, iron. 1 iron ore as well. And that is something I don't have any more of because, of course, I had to make ingots out of it. Which is going to be... Oh, you know what? Hey. Hi. There it is. It's great. It's fine. Let's charge ourselves up really quick so I don't die. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and grab... Nope. The alloy has to be made first, dummy. There we go. And alloy. I could probably just walk around the base plugged in. You know, I could be doing that, following my own advice and just be wandering around the base plugged in instead. There's my tier 2 module, and I want to place it right there. So lots more storage on that. Beautiful. But of course, we want to make each one of these wagons need to be a tier 2 as well. And I do want to keep a scanner, so I'll probably pair the scanner with the mining laser maybe. And then, so that'll be on one wagon, and then we'll probably do a dedicated battery wagon. And then after that will be just 2 more, like another storage wagon. So we'll end up having, what is this, 6, 12. We'll end up having 24 slots on the train here for storage, plus the additional 8 that's in my pack. So that's great. That's going to be a lot of capacity. Looking forward to it. So there's a wagon. Tier 2 is the ingot and more silver wire. All right, well, you guys know what I'm going to be doing for a little next little while, right? It's getting my wagons going. And you guys have already seen the resource collection part of this game, I think. So tell you what, why don't I just skip ahead to the part where we make wagons and we change this and rebuild the whole thing here, yeah? Okay, well, I can't do that entirely because I broke down my wagons and I don't have my mining drill anymore, but I do have this new wagon here that I've just built. And so now we're going to combine the laser onto the front of this wagon. Just go ahead and do that. And then I'm also going to put the scanner module right after that so that I can more easily find things. And the scanner module is going to require some glass. I'll just go ahead and pick up the glass right there. And we're good to go. So let's peg this right there like that. There we are. Then I can go ahead and plug myself in and carry this on over to this destination, which for me, I think is going to be the very first car here. So I'm going to take this and plug this in here. And then I'm going to take this one and plug that in over here. And it's going to look like a twisted mess, but everything clips through each other and it all works out just fine. So everything will kind of reset, and also we'll get unplugged from the wall any second now, I'm sure. There we go. Yeah. Automatically unplugged. So I have not a full train here, but I do have a combo car right there, and then the extra batteries in that one, that'll eventually be a dedicated battery bank car, and then the one after that will just be storages. So now you can see that. I'm gonna go get the aluminum, and I might go down there and get that silver, but I would rather get the aluminum. So I'm gonna find some of that. If you're curious on how that would work, let's go ahead and get out. So since we have we found aluminum before, I'm going to tune my scanner to finding aluminum. There it is right there. Then I'm going to activate the scanner. And then the compass at the top of the screen now shows me where all of that is. And as long as this is running, I will be able to see that on the scanner. If I shut this off, I'm going to lose visual of it, but I kind of had an idea. The scanner does take power, so I'm going to shut it off. But I do see that there's plenty of it in this direction, and so I'm just going to go ahead and take advantage of that. And see, it looks like there's only really one left, so I guess we'll just mine it right there, and we'll get out and grab it. Yep. All right. So again, more aluminum I will find. Okay. There's more right there. There's four right there, which is great. And then I'll go ahead and get everything sorted so I can have this thing, this rover tricked out. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments as well. When it comes to stuff I can skip. You know, I wasn't planning on showing you all of the mining because while it is a big part of the game, it is, you know, I can't say it's a small part of the game. I also can't say it's insignificant. But what I will say is there are more interesting parts of the game than sitting here watching a laser hit a rock, right, is what I'm saying. So I'm not sure how you want it presented. So if you give me that feedback down below, I will attempt to, you know, kind of adhere to, you know, a variety of what people say. But if everyone's very like the same, everyone feels the exact same way, then I will present it that way, however it is that you feel. You know what? I actually need some silica as well now that I think about it. So now that I've got a little bit of aluminum, I think I'm going to pause right here, and we'll get out and get some of this silica as well. Then the last thing I'm going to get while I'm out here is a whole bunch of well, not a whole bunch, whatever I can fit in my pack worth of uranium. So I have silica and aluminum over there in that cart, and it's full, but I can still mine the uranium deposit. And this is the first time I've mined uranium, so it'll add it to the scanner to be able to find it later too. There it is, now scannable. So same thing here. I can go ahead and just pop this. I am looking at my battery supply. Gotta be conscious of that. I'm not that far away from the base though, so I think I can afford to maybe one more rock. I don't want to get too crazy with it, but maybe one more rock. And yeah, it clips through the rover as well. There we go. I think that's probably, I don't know if it'll let me have, yeah, it won't let me have any more there unless I plug directly into it, is probably the only way. So I'll plug into this and I'll have it pull it from my pack. There we go. And then we'll plug right back into the rover. All right. So now I've got a good amount of resources. I'm going to take it back, see if I can't finish this. And then we need to do the objective, which is to build the station launch panel and install the station coordinates, which we can do easily because we got the coordinates, you know, previously. And so now we can just install those once we have the launch panel built. So that is the next thing we're going to do. And that's the first thing we're going to be able to build inside the pod. So everything we've built so far gets built outside, but this one, the launch panel, that gets built inside because this rocket takes off and goes, you know, up into space. Yeah, it's a little bit of a spoiler, but we're going to be launching this sucker. Let's go ahead and put this right here. That's fine. And then we'll make sure it's all plugged in. There you go. And then uranium, I probably should find a place to store this. I am storing quite a bit of material, but why don't we go ahead and store the uranium over here. We'll just have this whole area here just be uranium in case we need it, which we probably will pretty soon. We're kind of getting a little bit more advanced as we go. I'm going to have to move this thing. I think I'm going to move it now. Yeah. Let's move this thing. And we're going to move it where, though? Where is it not going to be in the way? I'm going to continue to expand storage around this station, so I don't want this thing to be located nearby here. Maybe I can put it over on this side. I think there's a port in the wall over here I can probably plug it directly into. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to plug it directly into this little port here. Maybe I'll regret that later, but I'm going to stick it right here. And that's out of the way for me, I think. So let's just plug it in right here. There we go. So that'll be out of the way. And now I can expand to have more storage around here if I want to, or at least more easily access the stuff I have, you know. Okay, so the launch panel right here, it requires 1 aluminum ingot, 1 glass, and 1 silver wire. So the aluminum ingot, let's get my aluminum ore that I just grabbed, that I just mined, which is over here on the cart. So we'll pick up all this aluminum ore. And we're not going to make all of it into ingots, but, you know, oops, not alloys, it's ingots. We're not going to do it to all of it. I'm going to leave a couple on some storages. Let's pop them right here. So we'll make sure there's at least 2 there in case I need the ore, but I'm going to make the other ones into ingots. And then we need glass and silver wire. So I have a piece of glass here, and then the silver wire is there. Yes. Can I make my wagon while I'm here too? Wagon tier 2 is the aluminum ingot. Well, hot dog. I made 2 of them. That's why. So we'll go ahead and pick both of them up. Let's make my last tier 2 wagon. Or I guess it's my next tier 2 wagon. I don't know if it's my last one. But we'll place it right here. And then this is going to be... I think this is going to be another battery one. I think I'm going to do a battery one. So I'm going to tear this battery down. And then also tear down the wagon, which will disconnect everything, and that's fine. And then what I can do is I'll grab this extra power cell right here. There we go. And I can now make a battery module, which will go here. Yes, there we go. And then another battery module there. So we'll have an extra couple battery modules. And that'll be really good for me. So you are going to be the 3rd car. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Yeah, you're the 3rd car, so right here. And that will charge the batteries up. There we go. And then you are the 4th car. Let's go ahead and get you wheeled around over here. Well, I guess you're not the 4th car, you're the 3rd, because the Rover doesn't count as one of the cars. So I can have one more after this, and that's a storage car, right? We're going to have additional resources. So here's a bunch of silica. There we go. And I'm just going to leave it there for now because it's a little bit off task. So let's just add the silica and like that. Okay, so the next thing to build is we want the temperature station launch panel. We need a silver wire for that. Do I not have any more silver wire? Right there. Okay, so if I do that, I now have this. And this panel gets built inside here. It's the only thing that lets me do that. The only way to let this do. So I'm going to say... looks like there's 2 different plates. Oh man, there's gonna be a lot of different panels. Well, I guess we're gonna put it there because I hit E and that's what happened. So this is where the temperature launch panel is going to be, and we need to insert station coordinates for this. So that's what this is, the little coordinates we got last time. So we can pop that in, and now we have coordinates positioned, and we can go ahead and launch, provided we have a uranium fuel rod. Yes, the uranium fuel rod. So that's going to require 4 uranium, I believe. So what do you know? I happen to have 4 with me. Isn't that neat? Let's go ahead and charge myself real quick because I'm low on power. There we go. Probably also should check to see whether the generator is good on fuel. But here's this. 4 uranium ore is what's required here. It contains a large amount of energy and serves as fuel for rocket ships or nuclear reactors. In this case, it's fuel for a rocket ship. So as long as I have this in my pack when I hit go, or rather I should say, as long as I have this in my pack, it will let me hit go. I can store the fuel rod right there. Actually, there it is. Okay. So one last check. I just want to check on my fuel rods, make sure we're good here. So that source right there is got about a quarter left. This one's about half done, and these two are untouched. Okay, so I've been managing this. You gotta keep an eye on it, but yeah, it seems like we're pretty good. I also have some spare ones right here, so there's some extra regolith oxide rods right here now, in case I need more over there for that. Okay, I think I'm good to go. So let's go ahead and launch this sucker, and we're gonna just go ahead and disconnect the cables. I don't think I have to disconnect everything. It'll just do it itself, but I'm just, role playing this. Okay, so look, I'm role playing this. There, everything is down. We're not gonna damage any of our equipment. We probably could take these things out of here so I have extra storage for up top in space. So let's go ahead and just do that. And now I have as much storage as I want. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we're ready to go. Yeah, I think so. Leave it powered on. Here we go. Launch. And no, I can't leave. I have to stay in. Okay, so what we're doing is launching up to space and totally not destroying any of our equipment in the process, obviously. Congratulations, you're done with the tutorial. There is a lot more game ahead. There's a lot of stuff and so much I have not done. In fact, after we get back from this particular place we're going, that will be the end of what I've experienced in the demo. So there's a lot of stuff I haven't done, and we're gonna do it together. If you guys are up for it, of course. I gotta make sure you guys are up for it too. So we are now at an orbital station. My glowing red eyes. We're at an orbital station. So we're gonna come back through here, and there's a few things we can do in here. One, we're gonna learn a little bit more about our past. Okay. More blossom units are just here. We have a small table. And then there's a memory fragment. Chapter 4, The Last Plan, memory 34. So they chose another path. Not escape, but continuation. Machines would go where humans could not. Oh, yeah, for sure. I can't break these ones down, but I don't think there's a reason to come back to the station after we leave. I'm not sure. There might be. Okay, and there's also batteries scattered around too, which if I get low on power, I can always tap into and charge myself up on. There's still a little bit of power left in a lot of these batteries. Like these tier 2 battery right here. It's huge. Love that. Another memory fragment here. They changed me, gave me new tools, new instructions, new purpose. They built many more of me. I became thousands, each carrying a piece of their hope. Oh boy, I am Legion. Yeah, a little army of bots maybe happened. Nice little habitation area here. What's this? Lights control. Oh, light controls. Hey, there we go. Gotta turn the lights on so I can see what I'm doing. Beautiful, just right there on the table. Brilliant. All right, we'll jack into this so I can get more power. And let's continue. Okay, so we have another recovery terminal here. They said they would watch us from the skies, that even if we could not hear them, they would be there. Clearly not as much as they thought, eh? So there's a little rabbit dude here. His name is Rubek. We're gonna power him on because he's awesome. And then I'm gonna activate comfort mode. It's like having a little pet. We also get memory fragment number 52 retrieved because of that. So I'm going to take a look at what that is. That is in chapter 6, the beginning. Number 52. I found a small object she once held close. A toy meant for someone much smaller than me. She used to hold it while resting. Now there was no one left to hold her. So I do. Aw, that's great. That's great, isn't it? And look, it's in follow mode right now. We could disable that, but right now it's in follow mode, which means it's gonna follow us around the base. Yeah. That's pretty neat. Okay, so let's head over here. This is a power socket, and we can't access this without power, so we're gonna have to give it a little bit of ours. With us plugged into it and it powered off my pack, I can read it, but there are no additional blueprints for me right now in this. So let's just go ahead and disconnect if I can. There we go. No additional blueprints for me, but there we go. And then what else we have? On this side, we have a space analyzer. And it doesn't seem to do much of anything other than drain my power. Which I suppose I could probably plug it into the station, right? Just plug it in right here. And now it'll do whatever it wants to do for however long it's going to do it. It doesn't seem to be running anymore, though. Maybe this module doesn't have power anyway. Possibly. Through these doors, more things. This is the station control panel, requires a station master key. We'll come back to that. Another memory fragment. Number 39. Together we worked. Thousands of us, together with humans, shaping a silent and barren world. For a moment, it felt like purpose. Wozers. Supplies here. We have heat cores that we want to go ahead and loot. That's nice. And then inside this crate, we have a blueprint disc for a heater tier 1. Lovely. Gotta have that. And then over on this side, so this is a vault. This is the station vault, and that is the access the station vault, right? So over here is where we're going to get our override panel, and we press E to download the master key, but there's no power connection because of course we have to plug in ourselves. So I plug myself in, and there we go. We now have the master key downloaded. So now that I have the master key downloaded, I'll run right back over here, open it up, and there we go. And there is an alarm. Oh boy. I don't remember an alarm. Oh boy, they changed something. Let's open this up. We'll get this really quick as well. Number 40. Then the sky burned and everything we were building fell into shadow. Yeah. Well, I got into the vault, so somebody's probably mad. I think we should probably leave now. Little bunny dude, you coming? Yeah, you gotta come with me, buddy. Let's go. I'm running low on power here too, so I kind of need to plug into a battery at some point here pretty quick. Did I go down here yet? Not sure I went this direction. It doesn't look like I did. Let's plug into this really quick and recharge. There we go. Let's check out this really quick. Number 37. We were taught to shape land, summon water, and nurture life. To prepare a world we might never see finished, and they will never see. Number 36. They named us Blossom because even after fire, something can still grow. A symbol of life beginning again. Wow. And there's a jukebox. Oh, man. I would love to hear it, but I've already tripped the alarm and I can't. That stinks. It's all good. It's probably copyrighted anyway. Let's go. Yep. Bunny dude, you coming with me? Maybe I should turn the lights off. Deactivate all lights. It doesn't seem to deactivate the alarm. Well, let's go. Yeah, I think this is everything. I already got this terminal. Yep. And then everything seems to be good there. And I got everything in there. Okay. Back to our ship we go. And my friend is following me. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can take him with me because he doesn't ever come in here. I want him to come in, but he doesn't come in. He stands right by the door. Where is he? Where'd my friend go? Hey, you gotta come with me. All right, come on, come this way. We gotta leave. There he is. Come on over. Now he never comes inside, but I'm gonna push him into my rocket. I don't even know if I have to do this, to be honest. They might just follow me anyway, but I always do this because I'm paranoid and I don't want to leave him behind. So I'm gonna push him right here into the rocket with me, and then we can leave. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back home. Rubek is with me now. So in the demo, there was no cutscene whatsoever showing us landing again, and I was kind of hoping that the full version would have that. Oh, darn. I guess it is the way it is. Okay, we want to hook everything back up, of course. So let's go ahead and grab this and hook it back up to power. There we go. And then hook this up to power like that. There we go. Everything's hooked up again. Now, where is my friend? Where's my buddy? Because my buddy should have come down with me. So where is he? Rabbit friend. Rubik. Where are you, Rubik? Rubek. There he is. Yay. Hello, little buddy. Yeah, activate comfort mode. Come here. Robot friend with robot friends. Yes. There we go. Okay, so the new objective is to deploy the heater, and this is of course to heat the surface and all that stuff. Now I still want to raise the pressure to get the technology and stuff. So we're gonna need another fuel generator is where I'm going with this. 2 composite metal, 1 silver wire. So I've got a bunch of copper wire. I don't have any more silver wire. I do not. No more silver wire. So do I have any more silver? There's one here, and that might be my only one. These are iron, I believe. Yep. There's one more. Wow. Nice. So just double checking here. It is silver wire, not ingots. So let's go ahead and make a silver wire. Oh, we need to plug everything in, of course. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. And then you are plugged in over his A. There we go. And then we are gonna go like that. All right. Got what we needed from that. And then we need the composite right here. Okay. So, nope, I need 2 of them. Grab 2 of them. There we go. Okay, so the next fuel generator, which I don't have much fuel for, but it's okay. I'm gonna place this over here. Yeah, right next to the other one. That's good enough. Probably as far back as I can here. Maybe I'll allow a little bit of space. They are, rotating and all that. There we go. And then we're going to want to add another extender, honestly, is what I'm going to want to do. But instead, no, I think instead I'm going to make another extender. Let's do this right. So I want the power extender. I need 1 more composite metal. There we go. And then we'll add a power extender right between these. All right, I'm going to put this, I think, like, you can just put it, it doesn't matter, right? It's just in the center. It's fine. All right, so what we'll do then is we're going to take this and plug it in there. And then you are going to plug in there. There we go. And then you are going to plug in over here. And then all I need is to provide fuel for you. So I'm going to use the spare rods I have for now. That'll provide the extra power. And then I just need to make more rods. So there we go. Now you have power rods too. Okay. Now, again, they don't function unless they need to power something. And if the batteries are completely full and I'm not using anything on the base, then there's no reason for them to run. So now I can turn on, or turn it on again, the big drill. And at this point, the batteries will begin to drain, and then these things can kick on and start doing their thing. And as long as they don't hit each other, oh man, they might hit each other. I was hoping to build them so that they wouldn't clip. I think they're gonna clip. Like they're on a, it's kind of interesting because like they're on a different cycle. To the point where if they do actually spin at the exact same rate, I think we're fine. They don't technically touch, but they definitely would touch if they spun at different rates. Yeah. So I feel like I want to move it. It doesn't actually hit though. I think I'm gonna say it's a technicality. We're good. Okay. So next thing to build then is the heater, and that is in terraforming, I thought, but it doesn't seem to be there. So where is... Oh, you know what? I bet it's in the thingamabob. Hold on. I have the... Yeah. I have the blueprint. I have to put the blueprint in first. There we go. Okay. Now I should have it. There it is. Heater tier 1. So we need copper wire. I've got plenty of copper wire. Here we go. Is that the only thing it requires? Oh, yeah. And, of course, the heat core as well. So we have heater tier 1. And we can put that over here by the drill, I suppose. We can spin it and put it over here by the drill. I'm going to need another one of those other things. Oh, now this thing wants a lot of space. Yeah, it needs a lot of space and flat. So we actually need to put it further away. I'm going to put it over like this. Right there. It's a big boy. It's a real big heater thing. There it goes. Way over there. And then, you know, Rubik, you're awesome following me around, but I'm worried something's going to happen to you way out here, you know? I don't know why I'm worried about it, but I am. I'm worried about you, okay? So I'm going to build 2 heaters because I'd like to get this up even faster, yeah? So let's build another heater tier 1. And we can place this, yeah, over here. Let's give it a little bit of space. I almost feel like I want to, like, I don't know. Can I put it on top? It's got like a dish or something on it, you know? It looks like it's got a big dish. I'd like to put it up here. But I think it might be too far away. Or it's just not flat enough. Area must be flat and clear. So it's not... Well, it doesn't let me put it there. That's out of range. And then the ones that... When it is in range, then it's red and it's not going to work. So I guess we'll have to set it over here. I just didn't want it to like get in the way. But maybe I'll put it a little bit further away. And then we'll just be running our vehicle over top of the stuff all the time. I don't want to do that either. We can put it right here. Is that gonna... I wonder if that's gonna get in the way. Let me see the top side of it. Yeah, I just don't want it to clip. That's it. So if I can keep it from clipping, then we're good. So something like this would be okay. That is technically okay. And technically okay is the best kind of okay, in my opinion. So there we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna need another one of those splitter doohickeys. Here we go, extender doohickeys. I'm gonna bring that all the way out here, and we'll place it, yeah, kind of in the middle somewhere. It doesn't really matter too much, so I guess we'll put it right here. It's fine. And then perhaps I get 2 of them because I think it would look better than having one giant thing running all around the ground like that. So I think I'll actually build 2 of them purely on the aesthetic reasons, but also it gives me some flexibility later too, I guess. And so we'll place this one, how about right here? Should be fine. Something like this. Just sticking out, you know, it'll look better that way, I think. And then what I could do then at that point is we take this end and put it here, and then you can plug in right here. There we go. And then this one plugs in over here. And then now you can go right here. Start heating this bad boy up. There we go. Now I have no idea what kind of power draw all of this stuff is going to need. But those are both deployed now. 2 heaters. They kind of look like they're different colors. I feel like it's just a trick with the lighting. But it looks like a different color from every angle. On my screen it does anyway. This one right here looks a little bit lighter than that one. Like that one's the same color as my backpack, but that one is... Oh man, now I think they're the same color. Oh, you know what it probably was? The color was changing as they were heating up. Yeah, so this one here, it was turned on first. So it was a little hotter than this one. And then now that they're both on and they've both reached maximum temperature, they're the same, because now they're definitely the same. Okay. I think that's probably what it was. Now what I gotta see is, are my batteries over here, are they dying? And it looks like they kind of are. Am I losing power in these batteries? I am. It is draining slowly, but it is draining, so that's an issue. Now perhaps if we shut the drill off, maybe we wouldn't have to deal with it, but I think I would rather get another power generation source. And man, that is so close to clipping, and It's like one of those. It's like one of those double propeller helicopters where they're. I look at them and I'm like, how are those things not hitting each other? That's what that is. All right, so I think I want one more tier 2. So I need silver wire and 2 composite metal, which I'm gonna have to go get more silver for. However, on the plus side, I know exactly where the silver is, and it is not that far away. That's right, not that far away. So we're gonna just plug into the base really quick. There we go, and then we can just disconnect, and then off we go with a lot of extra power. Wait! This is what I'm worried about here. Is my little bunny friend is gonna get stuck. Is he stuck? Okay, he can clip through things. Come on over here, little bunny friend. I'm gonna have you sit over here. Can you just hang out right here by these? Come on over here, dude. Come on, follow me. There you go. All right, right about here is where I'm looking for you. Okay. Can you just a little bit further? There you go. All right, right there. I think is great for you. I'm gonna disable your follow mode, and then I'm gonna pet you one more time. Okay. So follow mode is disabled, so you should stay there. That's like the equivalent, the robot equivalent of just saying stay. Because I don't want you roaming around the surface with me, all right? You might get hurt, or lost, or broken. I guess broken, right? Not hurt, but broken. All right, so we have a little bit of silver left over here, and it'll be enough to make my wire, which is kind of all I care about right now. So we'll get this, and then I'm going to make another power generation source. I can also pick these up from the car. Just wanted to show you that you can do that. You have to be relatively close to it, but you can do it. So if I hit this just a little bit longer, come on now, and done. So we'll just come on over and I can pick that up like that and pick that up like that. Okay. So, and of course you have to have space in your backpack too, because it's putting it in your backpack, but you can do it from the car. Okay. So we're going to place another power generation source. I think I'm probably over here. I think I'll put one on this side now. It's over there is getting a little crowded. The only thing I could do, maybe I move the drill, because I don't know how long we'll need the drill, but maybe I can move the drill instead and then put the power, you know, right where this drill is instead. I think I like that idea better. Let's just disconnect this for a second. And we'll go ahead and tear this down so it gets out of my way. There we go. Got all the resources. And then we're going to build the drill somewhere else, though. So let's build that drill over here. I'll have the drill built over here. Yeah. So right about here should do. I'd like to put it up on a hill. It would be great, because then I could see it from a longer distance, but this will have to do. We'll place it right here. So that's a little bit out of the way compared to what I'm going to be doing. Yep. And printing is still in progress. Can't touch it. Okay, now we're going to add this silver wire and 2 composite metal. So 2 composite metal, 1, 2, and the silver wire is right here. Okay. And then, yep, we'll need a fuel generator, and then I have to make more fuel rods too. I'm just gonna have to make a lot more fuel rods. This is why it's important to get solar energy pretty soon. Now that we've cleared the skies and somewhat cleaned up everything, this looks like it's not gonna hit, right? I feel like that's not gonna hit, but I also felt that way about the other one. And technically, again, like I said, technically I'm correct. That looks like it's probably good. We'll put it right there. It is, yeah, that's got plenty of space. That one's much closer than this one is. This one's fine. Okay, and then now what I need to do is we're gonna take you and put you here, and then we're gonna take this one here and put you right. Oh, here we go. Now I've messed up the sequence here, so now it's probably gonna hit. Oh boy. Oh no, we're good. Actually, that is much safer than before, I feel like. Yeah. That's much less risky than the last, and how close they were before. Okay. So now we just need additional regular stuff. I have some right here. I can make a couple of batteries here. And I have this one, and I think that's the only ones I have, though. Yes. This here is a pressure core, not a fuel rod. But I do have 3 of these, and which is enough to make at least one. So we'll make one, get the other thing running. And then I'm going to have to spend some time making more fuel as well. So we'll just pop this fuel rod right into here. There we go. That will at least start that generator. But the other thing it does is it's going to let me... well, hang on. I'm going to plug this in so I can get the blueprints. And the blueprints are the tier 2 power extender. Oh, boy. I didn't know that existed. So this stuff, I think, was blocked in the demo. I don't think this stuff was available. I might be wrong. I know this wasn't. This is the last thing in the demo. So like all this stuff is new. Or maybe this one wasn't. This one was locked. I forget. I think this one was locked. Either way, a lot of the stuff was locked in the demo, and now it no longer is. So we're gonna grab this. This gives me better batteries too, which now I need to upgrade all that stuff. Oh boy, so much stuff to upgrade. But also, I'm heating the planet now to create liquid water, which is gonna be kind of nuts. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm in the low ground. No. What's gonna happen is those craters, right? Those craters that are like over the top of this mountain here, where I got the silver. I bet that's gonna be underwater. I bet that's how it'll work. Those little low ground areas will just get covered in water. So we're fine here. I mean, we have to be, right? This is the starting location. They put me here. So the tier 2 battery requires just 2 power cells. Oh, it's the same ingredients. What a coinky dink. So presumably, because of that, I should be able to do this. And of course, disrupt my entire power grid, and that's okay. Oh, not that. This. No, come on. Come on. Nope. Oh, okay. Seriously. There we go. All right. 2 powers. Yep. Let's stop. Oh, can we disconnect, please? Thank you. All right. 2 of these. And then we just make... No, it's not that. It's over here, dummy. There we go. Yep. Tier 2 battery right there. And then we can put this... I'll put this closer to the... now, where's the other plug? Oh, okay. So there is a flat edge to this. That's strange, but okay. I'll bite. It's fine. So they don't chain together quite the same way. That's the weird part. So I guess we'll have to put them, like, I guess it'll just be towers like this. That's fine. We'll put this one right here. Oh, there's no power. Right, the whole thing is out of power. You have to have power to do it. So I will plug into it then. My shelf. Disconnect. Plug in. You can build it from my pack. Oh my, that was actually danger close, and I didn't like that. Okay, so let's put this. Yeah, this right there plugs into that one. Yep, and then you the back side, here it is. You are going to plug into that one like that, and then you are going to plug into that one. No, hang on. They're powering my pack right now. I want them to power this. There we go. Now, I think it's probably a good idea, unless I'm missing something. I can't see visually with this battery how full it is. Unless I'm missing something. Well, I might be. Okay, so it looks like... Maybe I'm wrong. Is the gray area in the middle getting bigger? Or I should say the yellow part in that gray middle getting bigger? Is like becoming a thicker yellow line? Because I see the first battery, right? How the yellow area in the center, it gets a little bit thicker when it's full. I'm not sure about this one here. That might be the case. It kind of looks like it's getting thicker over time as I sit here talking. Yeah, it's getting thicker. Okay, I'm gonna be able to tell that then. That's good. Because I'm like, otherwise I'm gonna probably want to leave one tier 1 battery just so I can see that visual. But that line is definitely getting thicker, so it's all right. Okay, and then we can run this from here over to here and connect this back up again. Okay, so now I just need to create better batteries and more fuel rods for the other thing, etc. Okay, so that's my project between now and the next video, is to get all this stuff hooked up that way. And I'm going to need more of these little modules that split power so I can plug in my drill And I'm going to have to get a bunch of different regolith, but I've got a really reliable vehicle for that now. And it's not even a completed vehicle. There's still more to do, right? I can have a whole nother cart here with a whole nother set of storages in here. But I think where I am is a good place because, I mean, if I'm getting more advanced resources, like if I'm getting more silver and stuff, uranium, which I'm probably going to need more of, then I'm probably draining the batteries before I get all my storage full anyway. But I do want more storage, just in case that's not true. So we'll hook everything up, get everything charged up. And in the next video, we will tackle the next problems. But between videos, I'm going to go ahead and get a bunch of regolith and get fuel rods. Okay? So take it easy. Love your faces. Thanks for watching. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.